Before we show you how to make noises, I need to explain the morphology of the hand and how that allows us to make noises by squeezing the hands together. The hand is a remarkable instrument. It was designed with more meat along the edges and cupped on the inside. So then when you couple your hands together, you can put them like this, forming like a cross. You end up forming a tight seal because you have all the flab around the edges and a cavity on the inside to where you have some air trapped. Now that you have some air trapped, you squeeze one hand, you end up forcing the air out through the palm, and that produces the sound. Now some people will say, oh, my hands are too fat, or oh, my hands are this or that, I can't play music. Remember, not everybody can produce a sound when they squeeze their hands unless they keep trying and trying, because it takes practice. It took me a year just making noises even before I was able to play tunes. If you have more meat on your hands, it just means you're more like a baritone or a bass versus an alto or soprano if you have more, or should I say, less meat on your hands. I mean, look at me, for example. I'm a scrawny guy. You can put my hands easily around, and if you look, you can create a nice gap. So in essence, just because you're thin or fat does not affect the fact that you can or cannot play. It just means you're going to be a bass or an alto. Now when I began making noises, and I'm going to have to demonstrate this by putting my hand in the opposite conformation. Rather than do it this way, I have to have my hands this way. So basically, when I started out playing, I was making crude sounding noises. Of course, I was doing that for a year, annoying everybody to death, and then it occurred to me that I can make better sounding noises and play tunes. And the more I did it, the better the noises sound, and then I can play like this. So there you have it. Now that it has been established how one actually puts the hands together, once you make these crude sounding noises, you must keep doing it. Maybe months, maybe years, just develop a habit out of it. Because you're not going to be able to actually learn how to produce tunes, have it more of a refined sound versus a crude sound, if you do not practice. This is where many manualist wannabes fall short. They do not have the necessary drive it takes to keep making noises. So make sure you keep practicing and practicing and practicing